A more controversial issue these days for Facebook is its efforts to ban what it calls hate speech for the likes of Louis Farrakhan and Alex Jones and a host of others. Civil rights attorney Harmeet Dhillon says that Facebook should take some closer steps toward towards censorship here. So this isn't just policing what's in politics. You argue they're going too far.
Absolutely. They're not just banning specific comments or remarks that are hurtful or violate their terms of service. They're actually banning people. And mainly they're banning people in their announcement yesterday for who they associate with. I mean, that's the really scary part, is that actually only Louis Farrakhan was banned for things that he actually said. The others were banned for people they associate with who are already people who Facebook doesn't like. And on top of that, the new rule says that if you, a regular user who's not on that list of banned people, retweets or quotes or shares their information that they put out there, then you can be banned too if you link too often to the publications of these people in some other place. That is really dangerous because federal courts have held that banning even sex offenders from using social media is a violation of their due process rights and civil rights. And now we're actually banning people for who they associate with. I think it is very dangerous.
You know what I worry about, too, with this sort of stuff for me is someone's hate speech is someone else's. I have the right to go ahead and make it speech. And if you find it offensive as a reader, you can just click on, no matter how obnoxious it is. And in a free society, we have the freedom to be obnoxious and to be exposed to those who are. That doesn't mean you support their abhorrent views, but you support their right to share and discuss those abhorrent views, just as you have the option not to pay attention to them.
Neil, correctly thinking civil libertarians and people who respect the First Amendment have been decrying the fact that on college campuses around the country for the last 2 decades, students have been taught that speech is violence, and we laugh at that. Yet this is exactly the paradigm that Facebook has introduced with a conflation of speech and violence. And speech is not violence. Speech is speech. The antidote to speech you don't like is more speech, or as you said, don't follow that person or don't click on that link. And we're all adults and we can do that.
It's like all these colleges that suddenly disinvite a speaker for his or her political views. Right. Sometimes it can be conservative speakers and all. But if you don't like it, don't attend their event.
Not only that, Paul Joseph Watson, one of the people who was banned, has never actually been cited to say anything that would be considered offensive. He's just guilt by association with Alex Jones and others. And so I think this is going to have a huge chilling effect. And the hypocrisy is really what concerns a lot of conservatives, because although they threw Louis Farrakhan in there, people who are quoting and supporting Louis Farrakhan, like Snoop Dogg, he still has an account on Facebook. Hamas is there. Many accounts that hate Jews are there. But it seems to be that the bulk of people who are being banned and deplatformed and depersoned from these platforms are people with conservative views.
Well, what I worry about with conservative or liberal views doesn't matter to me. I mean, if it brings out the nuts, that's what these organizations like Facebook are saying. It brings out the nuts. You don't want to bring out the nuts. You want to contain the crazies. But I worry about who's deciding who's crazy. Simply because I have views that are different than yours. Are they crazy and you're going to ban me, or vice versa? That's a very slippery slope.
Not only that, but the terms of service that Facebook has, which are a contract between its users and itself, do not specify any of these reasons. It does not say in there that if you associate with people who we don't like or we find to be icky, we can ban you. And, to your earlier segment with regard to cryptocurrency, now we're going to be having social media companies put out forms of currency. We're actually banning some people from being able to use those. That has very troubling civil rights implications as well. Yeah,
that's a very good point. Harmeet, thank you very much. Good chatting with you.
Thank you, Neil.
And to Harmeet's point, be very, very careful what you wish for. You just might get it. The intentions are always good. I take nothing away from the intentions of a lot of these companies. But your views might be out of sync. Your views might become so unpopular that you are out of sync. Think about that. More after this.